wins on the digital courts and creating content around 2K. Renee, welcome to 2K TV.
Thank you for having me. Thank you, Abby.
Absolutely. We're excited to have you, and I was excited to see your build in NBA 2K. So let's start with that. What was the feeling like for you when 2K reached out and told you that
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Welcome everybody to another presentation of the NBA live on 2K Sports. This is Brian Anderson with Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke. Allie LaForce, our reporter. Here's the starting group for Portland. Scoot at the 1 with Simons at the 2. Avdia out there with DeAndre Ayton. And it's Grant in at the 3, the small forward. And for Toronto, we've got R.J. Barrett. Emmanuel Quickley is out there with Duncan Robinson. Then there's Nikola Vucevic. And it's Abaji in at the 4 slot. And in the front end of the back-to-back, what's important?
Well, B.A., most coaches treat this one like a regular game. Try to win. Don't worry about minutes. Tomorrow, they may adjust the rotations a bit.
And so off the tip, it's the Trailblazers. Henderson against Quickley. From 12 feet. Rebound Toronto. They traveled to Portland last time they faced the Blazers and came away with a win.
In their last game against this opponent, they secured the win because their second unit really stepped up.
Certainly something to keep an eye on. We'll see how the rotations go this time out. Every night it seems to be different.
And the bucket is good.
But Jeremy Grant has figured out how to be opportunistic on the interior. Nicely done there.
Barrett finds Robinson. Shoots over Simons. The offensive rebound. Good work there as it goes.
What energy on the offensive boards. The defense can't match the effort, and they paid the price.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
I had a chance to catch up with Darko Rajakovic. How they'll go about defending DeAndre Ayton came up, and Coach told me once Ayton gets deep, it's too late. We need to find him early and not let him set up down low. Push him out to the line. That's a lot to be pushing around with Ayton being as big as they come, guys.
Thank you for that, Allie. Here's Henderson. Quickly with a rebound. Here's Abaji. Oh, and he brings it down with a two-handed jam.
Boy, Barrett is a natural-born playmaker, understands when to be aggressive and make the right play.
First minute and a half of basketball played here in this one. Henderson, the pass to Ayton. Avdia outside. Vucevic with some nice D.
Well, we love his ability to attack the rim. He just loses a little bit of focus and misses the chipping.
Abaji can't hit. The Trailblazers have gone 2 for 5 here in the first. Henderson for 3. That one falls. He's now 1 for 3.
Oh, good 3-ball by Henderson. Now, this is the part of his game that he wants to keep developing.
Pass to Abaji. There's the triple. Gets it to go. That makes him 2 for 3 in this game.
Well, that's his shot right there. You know, if he gets any kind of room, he's going to dial it up from distance.
Something this Raptors team does very well is move the ball doors.
Yeah, B.A., this is an unselfish group of guys. They like moving the basketball, getting everybody involved. Amazing when a team has everybody touch it, how good it feels. That is the size and power coming into play right there. Vucevic excels at using his physical advantages to capitalize.
Toronto shooting their first free throw of the night. And that one falls for Vucevic. Blockbuster trades have become more the norm here in the NBA, Grant. Just ask Portland in 2023.
Yeah, the Trailblazers were at the center of some big moves, but that's just how it's done now. Entire teams can be restructured in the process of a single transaction.
Now here's Henderson. He's been an offensive weapon for them, scoring around 17.5 points a game.
That's his shot, and one I'm sure he wants back.
Robinson against Simons. Robinson can't hit, and that's a foul called on Duncan Robinson. That's his first foul of the game.
His first personal foul.
Blazers trail by 3. Henderson outside. Grant outside. 19-footer. Jump shot is good.
Well, Grant has put in a ton of work in the mid-range, and you can see the results right there.
The value of good ball movement isn't lost on this squad.
And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in this first quarter. And here's Simons. 15 in his last outing. Shot from 12. Here's Ayton, and Ayton with the stuff.
This guy, a relentless force on the glass. DeAndre Ayton going to work and getting the putback.
Quickly finds Robinson to the left side wing. The three, Barrett. Portland with a rebound. They come into this one following the loss to Atlanta.
It's simple. Your defense has to be razor sharp on the road. You really want to take the crowd out of the game. Easier said than done.
I'll tell you this. It looked like they wanted to get out of town as quickly as possible. The problem is their defense went with them.
Here's Henderson, and he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Yeah, despite standing about 6'2", Henderson has a big-time vertical, and he plays a lot bigger than his height.
Henderson hits them both. Raptors trail by 3. Vucevic, the pass to Barrett. Quickly outside, back to Barrett. For 3. Sinks his third bucket. He's 3 for 6 now.
Well, you have to understand, spacing is provided when you can make threes. R.J. Barrett delivers.
Here's Avdia. Gets it to go. That makes him 2 for 3 in this game. Toronto's gone 2 of 5 from deep. Here's Abaji. Hey, great D that time from Grant. The Trailblazers have gotten 7 of 13 shots to drop. Henderson misses.
Boy, a really tough quarter for this guy. Just struggling to make shots right now.
Here's Robinson, and they cash it in right away with a quick shot.
Well, you won't see that kind of shot fall very often. Thank your lucky stars.
Simons against Robinson. Simons passes to Henderson. And the layup is good. Henderson's got 7.
Yeah, even though he's 6'2", Henderson is best attacking on the interior.
Pass to Vucevic. Here's Abaji, defended by Avdia, and the basket by Abaji.
All right, defensively now, you've got to find a way to slow this guy down because he's putting it to you.
Simons passes to Avdia. Back to Simons. Clock at 6. The 3-ball. Rebound Toronto. Pass to Barrett. And that misses. That would have put him up. And it's Henderson with the ball for Portland. Here's Simons. And it's cleared by Vucevic.
This is a quarter he'd rather forget. This guy just can't seem to get the lid off of that bucket.
Shot is good by Barrett.
Boy, you talk about a gifted finisher. R.J. Barrett, soft touch on the interior.
Simons against Robinson. To the paint. Vucevic with the steal. And now the Raptors on the break.
Oh, that's impactful defense right there. Finding a steal and instantly turning it into offense.
Now a timeout called by Portland.
Lots to talk about here, guys. I mean, losing momentum and looking for answers.
I think here you have just got to get back to what you do best and then live with the results.
A line change here for Toronto. And Portland has possession. 4-point game. Here's Benton. It's rebounded by Dick. Toronto has gone 2 of 5 from deep. From outside the arc. Thibault with the board. Blazers trail by 4 to the middle. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
And this guy has some bounce. Always fun seeing Sharp hammer at home.
It's good.
Setting each other up beautifully. I love it. 8 of their last 10 points coming off assists.
Outside Sharp. Tries again. That shot, no good. Good work defensively by Dick. Pass to Walter. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. Now it's a 6-point Raptor lead.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Here's Ben, defended by Payne. Now here's Sharp. Hurdle with some nice D. Boucher passes to Payne. Back to Boucher. Pass to Walter. Jacks up a 3. Portland grabs the miss. Here's Thibault. He's scoreless. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Toronto leading by 4. Hurdle. The pass to Boucher. Payne with it. And he drives in. And blocked with his palm. What a defensive play. Thibault against Boucher. Thibault passes to Walker. And he gets it to go.
Wow, he really fires up his team with his ability to extend possessions.
Outside Dick. Boucher right side. Outside Payne. That one goes. Now he's 1 for 2.
They're playing great team basketball. It's good movement and sharp, crisp passing.
Walker. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
That's how you share the rock. He does this time and time again.
Pass to Payne. Fires the 3. Knocks down the long J. Payne's got 5.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Here's Benton, defended by Payne. Benton passes to Sharp. Oh, rejected by Pirtle.
Very hard to get a shot off over Jakob Pirtle when he's that tight on you. Too much size, too much length.
Blazers trail by 5. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Now here's Sharp, guarded by Dick. Sharp, that one's good. Sharp's got his second basket on the night.
And everybody wants to see what kind of range Sharp has. Looks like the NBA three-point line won't be a problem for him.
Now here's Dick. He's coming off a 19-point game against the Bulls in Chicago.
Boy, he's at the cup, but that is tremendous defense. Prohibit the lay-in without fouling.
Benton. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. And it's going to go on Cameron Payne.
Man, he made sure to get his money's worth on that foul.
Fernando's checked in for Pirtle.
That's the line for 2.
And he can't make the second free throw either. Missed them both.
That's how you want to see them crash the glass. They've been out-hustled so far.
Well, he's such a good athlete for a center. It's how he's able to succeed despite being one of the smallest 5s in the NBA.
Here's Benton, defended by Payne. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. And over the last 10 games, these are the league's best rebounding squads. Number 1, the Raptors.
And over the last 10 games, this team has brought it to the glass. Everyone is getting involved and trying to help one another secure boards.
And he knocks down the first one. Good on both. 1 minute left in the first quarter. Right side Payne. Here's Walter. And he gets the bucket. Walters has got his second basket.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
And the layup is good off the glass.
Yeah, not afraid to finish at the rim. sharp, just relentless.
Here's Payne. Uses the glass on the layup. Payne's got his third bucket of the night.
That's 3 buckets in a row off assist.
Blazers trail by 4. To the inside, Thibault. And he throws it down. What a terrific lead pass.
Unselfishness can be infectious. Terrific teamwork.
Right side, Payne. Outside, Thibault. It's Sharp on the wing. The 3. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
And you see right there the practice time Sharp's put in. Sound shooting mechanics for a guy who hasn't played a lot of games in his career.
And a high-scoring first quarter. Both teams really filling it up. Portland ahead, leading by a point. Stay with us now as we get set to bring you quarter number 2 after this. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Portland.
They're getting a big contribution from the bench already.
As a coach, I think you get a certain feel for what your team needs. And credit this guy for not waiting around. He went ahead and made the adjustment.
Cameron Payne out there with Emmanuel quickly. Then there's Bruno Fernando. Then it's R.J. Barrett. And it's Abaji in at the 4. That's the group for Toronto to kick off the second quarter. Here's Henderson. Second chance effort. And Avdia finishes it off. Avdia's got 6 points.
You love to see Avdia doing whatever he can to keep the play going. Nice hustle on the glass.
Count it.
This guy a tough cover for any defender. Creative and assertive scoring the ball.
Now here's Henderson. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Atlanta. Basket counts. He's got 9.
Yeah, how about the touch from Henderson? Sinking that floater with confidence.
Barrett against Grant. Pass to Payne. On the wing quickly. Back to Payne. 6 on the shot clock. Over Henderson. The shot by Payne, no good. The Trailblazers have got 2 of 3 shots to go in the second. On the wing, Simons. It's deflected. And they're able to recover. And that one drops. Avdia's got 4 points this quarter. Toronto's gone 4 of 9 so far from the perimeter. Here's quickly. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way.
Emmanuel quickly in a nutshell right there. Absorbs the contact and finishes the play.
Some changes for Toronto. Nikola Vucevic, he's coming in for Fernando. And it's Robinson in for Payne. All right, Grant, give it to us straight here. What's the deal with star treatment in the NBA, you think?
Star treatment? What is that, B.A.? No, I think some players have a reputation which might help them on 50-50 calls. And you could argue that some players have a reputation that hinders them on the 50-50 calls. So it really just all depends.
Here's Abaji. A 17-point game for him in the win against Chicago.
Yeah, not to mention a couple of blocks, too. Making his presence felt at both ends of the floor.
Robinson can't hit.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Simons against Robinson. Henderson, the pass to Ayton. Great start so far, 3 of 3 in this one.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. You know, that's why they continue to get attacked.
And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not careful there. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Henderson for 3. Abaji with a rebound. Agbaji's got his 4th rebound in this one. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Nikola Vucevic has seen a lot in his decade plus in the league, and he said the game has changed. Now you have centers that can pass, put the ball on the floor, make plays, and shoot threes, play like guards, and you can't get stuck in time. You have to be able to adjust.
Allie, he's certainly got the skill level. Now here's Ayton.
I think what you like most about DeAndre Ayton is probably how efficient he is on the offensive end. Now, obviously, the next step, he's got to raise his game and defensive intensity on that end of the floor.
Quarter number 2 and around 3 minutes gone by. Here's Vucevic. Portland with a rebound. Well, they've got the Bulls ahead of them next in Chicago. And that'll mark the end of this 5-game road trip.
Boy, the wheels have definitely fallen off in this quarter. He cannot buy one.
Now here's Quickly. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against Chicago.
What an aggressive mindset in this period. He's starting to take over.
Portland trailing here. Well, Emmanuel Quickly is a combo guard who impacts both sides of the ball, Doris.
There's no question about it. He's a floor spacer. He can create for himself or his teammates. And defensively, longer than you think and very mobile.
Grant against Barrett. Here's Vucevic. Gets the 14-footer to fall. Vucevic has got 5.
And there's some nice chemistry on offense. They're just taking what the defense allows.
Simons passes to Avdia. Back to Simons. Inside. Avdia can't get it to go. Raptors lead by 3. Here's Barrett. Drives to the hoop. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Boy, you love that he wants to finish with authority. Sending a message to the defense. R.J. Barrett.
And that replay courtesy of the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Pass to Grant. And here's Henderson. Now here's Grant. 5 to shoot. And he drops it in from the low post. 6 points for him. And here's Quickly. He'll bring it up for Toronto. 3-point lead. Out to the wing. Robinson against Simons. Right side, Barrett. Launches it. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Ayton's got 7 rebounds in the game. Here's Simons. Here he goes. And he goes in for the dunk.
With the ball on a string, Simons has great short area quickness.
Pass to Vucevic. Outside Barrett. Beyond the arc. And it's Barrett again missing.
No idea why he's attempting so many outside shots. It's not his day, and he needs to either look to drive or get it to an open teammate.
Vucevic gets the bucket.
Well, once a non-existent part of his game, right? Vucevic now is a threat from 3. You have to honor that shot.
Raptors foul.
Toronto making a switch here. Pirtle's checked in.
First personal foul. Second team foul. Now into the lineup for your Raptors. Jakob Panther.
Henderson finds Simons. Pulls up. And he hits the jumper. Simons got his 2nd bucket of the game.
And it's tough to defend the pick and roll with Simons running it. He's got a great sense of that set.
Back to Barrett. Vucevic, the pass to Quickly. The 3, Barrett. And again, Toronto with a triple.
And you have to appreciate the heart they've shown on the offensive boards this quarter.
Henderson, the pass to Avdia. And he lobs it up to the rim. And Ayton with the stuff.
What a connection DeAndre Ayton has with his guys. Great timing on the alley-oop.
Back to Barrett. Outside Robinson. Simons with a steal. Out on his own on the break. And the basket is good. And now just a 1-point Raptor lead.
Well, a tough first quarter for this guy. You like to see the shot go in. Nicely done.
Here's Avdia. And he misses the go-ahead basket. Toronto's gone 3 of 6 from outside in the second quarter. Pulls it. And there's Barrett on the assist by Vucevic. Barrett's got 9 points now in the quarter.
R.J. Barrett has size, quickness, and a knack for scoring the basketball.
Timeout called. Portland.
It's now an opportunity to take a break and talk about their strategy moving forward.
Well, there's something that the coach doesn't like. I'm curious to see which kind of adjustment he makes here.
Dick, he's checked in for Toronto. Walter comes in for Quickly. Blazers trail by 3. Here's Benton. 10 points in his last outing. Up top, Walker. Covered by Vucevic. Hurdle with the block. Williams against Vucevic. Dick with a miss. Portland has gotten 3 of their 7 threes to find the net in this matchup. Here's Benton. Rebound by the Raptors. Vucevic has got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Pirtle. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
That's his first personal foul.
All right, here now, the teams leading the league in scoring efficiency since the All-Star break. Number 1, the Raptors.
This is a hot offense. Recently, they've had no issues getting the ball in the hoop.
Well, Jakob Poeltl, guys, may not be a stretch big, but what he does well is virtually everything else. He boards it, he plays incredible D, and he's a very good passer.
Sharp, no good.
Boy, a little indecisive. I think he wanted to kick it out, changed his mind, and ended up missing.
Outside Dick. From the arc. Here's Pirtle. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Out of bounds. It'll be Toronto's ball. And with the playoffs quickly approaching, the end of the regular season power rankings. You look at Atlanta, they're building some momentum right now and aiming for a spot in the top 5.
Checking out Toronto, they've surprised so many people with their ability to maintain this astonishing display of dominance. But here they are, the best team in the league late into the season.
Robinson can't hit. Blazers trail by 3. Pass to Thibault. Back to Benton. Here's Sharp. Fires from the wing. Give him that one. Now shooting 5 for 11 from the floor.
And so difficult to defend. Sharp has 3-level scoring ability, and he is prolific.
Here's Dick. Offensive rebound. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a 3-point play. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Raptors.
They've been in rhythm from the in-between area, just keeping things simple and taking what the D gives them.
Yeah, and in addition, their ball movement has really unleashed their offense. Boy, they've been fun to watch.
Now here's Walker. Looking at his stats, he's putting up about 7.5 per game. Offensive rebound. Count the basket. Thibault's got 6 points.
Reliable approach, getting the ball in the paint and going to work.
Pass to Walter. Sharp grabs the miss. Portland trailing here. Now the Blazers moving it up. Here's Benton. And unable to get the go-ahead bucket there. And for Toronto, they're shooting 51%. Good clip from the field. It's stolen by Thibault. Out of bounds. It'll be Toronto's ball. Just 5 games left on the year. Let's take a look at the current seedings in the West. You look at Portland, a really frustrating season for them. They're looking forward to the draft.
When I look at Portland, one thing they don't have to worry about is having enough vacation time this offseason. They're not getting anywhere near the playoffs.
And there will be players on the move once this season is over. You can count on that. They have to make wholesale changes, and the front office knows it.
Here's Walker. And he hits it to tie the game. He has 6.
They're not messing around. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come from the interior.
And Toronto calls time here.
We need you to get down.
And the Raptors with some changes. Fernando's checked in for Pirtle. Boucher comes in for Nikola Vucevic. And Payne is subbed in for Robinson. Outside Payne. Outside Dick. Fires for three. Banton pulls it in.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
Pass to Sharp.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
All alone. He can't hit that time.
Well, the defense flat out awful right there, and he couldn't punish them for their mistake.
Stolen by Sharp and stolen by Boucher. Walter from outside. Walker pulls down the board. Walker's got a rebound number 5 here tonight. Now here's Thibault. He's covered closely. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
Second chance points are always painful. Have to make the effort to box out.
No doubt those extra possessions can really add up against you when you do not take care of the defensive glass.
Now here's Dick. No points yet. To stop the run. That shot off the mark.
With him scoreless in the latter part of this one, it's awfully hard to come back.
And it's Thibault missing. Left side Dick. Left side Payne. Good on the bucket. Payne's got 9. Portland has gone 0 for 3 from deep to begin the second. Now here's Sharp. Guarded by Dick. Williams' shot is good. And the Trailblazers lead by 3.
Good job attacking. Those restricted area shots are what every NBA team is looking for.
Walter from outside. Back to Boucher. Pass to Walter. Boucher with it. Walker covering. Here's Dick. Sinks the tray. Dick's got himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
Just 1 of 6 this quarter. Trying to shoot his way out of this funk.
5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Banton. He got a piece of it. Here's Walter. Knocked loose. It's stolen by Thibault. He's got a clear path. Releases. Banton can't get it to go. Outside Dick. R.J. Barrett. He's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Toronto Raptors. Hunting for opportunities, leading to 9 points in the quarter. Time for a quick break, then back to the action.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is right here. Say hey to the folks, Kenny.
Hey, folks.
Say hey to the folks, Shaq.
Hey, folks.
Hey, let's get this party started. Okay. It was all R.J. Barrett in the first quarter. He had 18 points, 5 assists, and 2 rebounds. And taking a look at the Raptors, Kenny, what did you see out there?
Well, if you compare the assist numbers, you can see who's been the superior team. And they're playing a much better brand of basketball. That bodes well for them the rest of the way.
Shaq, how do you think Portland played?
Got to give some credit to the energy of their bench. The 78 guys are trying to make a name for themselves tonight. And you know, I like to fire them with the starters, baby.
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the third quarter.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. Nice game. Great performance by R.J. Barrett.
I'll tell you what, he's still working on his playmaking skills, but he's been tremendous so far in finding the open man.
Well, what he did was sustain it throughout the first half. He ran the offense to absolute perfection.
And so here is Toronto on the court right now for Portland. Scoot at the 1 with Simons at the 2. Jeremy Grant out there with Avdia. And it's Ayton in at the 5 down low.
That's the handles of Emmanuel quickly on display. This guy is so good with the ball in his hands.
So it's Portland now. After the basket by Toronto. Grant outside. Another shot. And the officials called goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
He almost blocked that shot in time, just a nanosecond late.
Toronto shooting at 49% so far in the game.
You know, depending on where Jeremy Grant's been, he's filled a lot of different roles. He's been asked to be the alpha or the second option or even a role player. But whatever it is, he's always willing to do whatever it takes to help the team. A massive reason they're winning. This guy hasn't missed a shot, not one.
Henderson against quickly. Henderson misses.
Sometimes you just have an off day, and this is one of those games for him.
Here's Barrett, and there's the drive. Dunks it hard with one hand. Wow, he makes it look easy.
Excellent instincts from R.J. Barrett right there. Finds the gap, drives with confidence.
Avdia finds Ayton. Hey, in 6 attempts, he's made 5. Talk about efficiency.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And boy, that's a terrific start right there. You know, missed that one, but still a really good start coming off the break. 3 for 4 now.
Grant in the post, guarded by Barrett. Here's Ayton. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Pass to Vucevic. Ayton against quickly. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
IQ is fearless, baby. Absorbs the foul and continues on his way.
And this is his second and third free throws tonight.
2 shots.
The free throw drops for quickly.
Well, think about this, guys. Early in his career, quickly finished second in 6th Man of the Year voting. He's also proven he can be a capable starter in this league. That's big-time value.
He's perfect from the line this time.
Well, this guy has multiple ways to get to the free throw line, and boy, has his stroke been on the money.
Simons against Robinson. Simons passes to Henderson. Off target from outside.
I know he's got to be frustrated right now, but the team is fighting from behind. He's got to stay with it.
Three-pointer, Vucevic. Avdia pulls it in. Avdia's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Down low. Here's Ayton. Oh, and the jam by Ayton.
Well, the offensive game will round into shape over time, and it's absolutely critical that DeAndre Ayton look to score as much as possible.
Yep, that one's good. Robinson's gotten his 2nd bucket.
In a tight game, they wanted to make sure of that possession.
And so Grant will bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers. Trailing by 5. Pass to Henderson. And it's good as he snugs it right through the net. Henderson's got 11 points.
Yeah, very efficient shooter from inside the arc. Henderson can beat you in a plethora of ways. Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
I tell you, you can't get stops if you're unwilling to put in the work.
Here's Grant. Toronto making their last shot. 3rd quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have passed. Can't hit from in close. Right side, Barrett. Shoots over Grant. Again, the Raptors good for 2 more.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
Now here's Robinson. Quickly passes to Abaji. Outside Barrett. Launches a 3. Got a hand on it.
Avdia, great timing contesting that. Send it back, young sir.
And here's Grant from the arc. Ayton controls the rebound and the putback. He's got 16. Raptors lead by 5. Pass to Vucevic. Out left to the wing. Inside, deflects the pass. Stolen by Ayton. And here they come. And the big dunk at the end of the break.
You can see what an active, lurking defensive presence DeAndre Ayton is. Nice play for his teammate there. You can see it. Once this guy gets his rhythm, he is so hard to slow down. What an excellent night for him and his team.
They get the rebound. Avdia. Ooh, another basket for him. He's 6 of 11 now.
Well, what a terrific possession. Attack in the painted area.
Vucevic, the pass to Barrett. And he dunks it down.
Wow, hammer by R.J. Barrett. How about that athleticism?
Vucevic with the assist.
Blazers trail by 5. Pass to Henderson. Over quickly. Goes back up. Avdia, good. Avdia's got 14 points for the game. The Raptors have gone 8 of 12 from the floor in the third quarter. Simons against Robinson. Knocks it down from distance.
Putting the defender in the spin cycle. An underused move in his arsenal.
To the paint. Here's Avdia. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
Well, Denny Avdia showing you exactly why he was the 9th selection back in 2020. His offensive game is complete.
Now here's Barrett. He's got 24. Lets the 3 fly. Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. It's going to be on DeAndre Ayton.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Toronto.
The fearlessness they've shown going strong inside has been impressive. The defense hasn't been very effective against them.
I think tonight has also, guys, been about the lost art of the mid-range jumper. If you utilize that in-between game right, there's plenty of value in it.
Hurdles checked in for Toronto. Dick comes in for Robinson.
Well, Avdia has some size, and he uses it to get up and around the rim. What a finish.
It's scooped up. Hurdle with the bucket. He's got 7. Blazers trail by 5. Simons passes to Henderson. Oh, got a piece of it. Simons outside, puts up a 3. Rebound by the Raptors. Barrett's got his 5th rebound in this one. Dick. Simons with a rebound. And he ends that fast break chance. An intentional foul. That's a textbook example of the transition take foul rule. And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
You know, I have to admire a guy like Anthony Simons. Early in his career, he was seen as undersized, but with his skill and pure athleticism, he...
Oh! Wow. Get out the way, Grant!
Come on.
Get out the way!
The burst. Man, Sharp can go from 0 to 100 in the blink of an eye.
There's the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, capturing the moment. Here's Payne. No good. Nice D from Henderson. And so Grant will bring it up for the Trailblazers. 2-point game.
When Jeremy Grant is dishing out an assist, that is a great sign for this team.
Here's Pirtle, and the dunk by Pirtle.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
Well, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
The putback. And another shot. Williams. And there's the bucket. Staying with it that time. Offensive glass, getting it done. Pulls it from 20. And Walter gets it to go on the assist by Pirtle. Walters has got 6. Portland has got nothing to fall here in the third. 0 for 4. Henderson with it. Picked up by Dick. Henderson, the pass to Graham. Rebound, Toronto. Pirtle's got his 6th rebound on the night. Outside Payne. Right wing. On the wing, Grady Dick. Pass to Walter. 3-pointer. Williams grabs the board. Williams has got rebound number 8 now.
Well, they have the advantage, but you still feel like this guy needs to find a way to get himself going.
Pirtle, the pass to Boucher. Walter from outside. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Boucher. And now let's take a look at the 2K leaderboard and see the highest scoring teams over the last 10 games. Toronto, number 1.
This team has been on an absolute tear offensively. It seems like they're able to find a shot every trip down.
Pass to Grant. Oh, Grant throws it down.
How about Jeremy Grant playing to his strength, uses that athleticism to finish that one with authority.
On the wing, Grady Dick fires from deep. Fires in the triple. He has 6.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
Sharp, good on the 13-footer.
And it looks like Sharp is fairly comfortable in the mid-range. Having dynamic shot-making ability would be a big plus for him.
Pass to Pirtle. Here's the 3. They get it back. Can't connect from short range. Portland trailing here. Here's Sharp. Soft touch off the glass. Sharp's got 8 points here in the quarter.
And his athleticism is big for Sharp in the post. And he can finish with either hand as well. So he'll get a lot of points down low there in his career.
Payne with the bucket. Here in the second half, this game's still nip and tuck.
Just an insane amount of lead changes. The fans are getting their money's worth.
Looking to end this cold spell. And 2 free throws coming up as the whistle blows. He barely missed that one. That's on Jakob Pirtle.
You have to love how Scoot Henderson plays beyond his size. I mean, using the quickness and agility to get the better of bigger players. I mean, that's impressive for a young guy to be doing.
Benton, he's checked in for Portland.
Well, a little shaky from the line, and instead of putting them in front, he's only able to tie it up. Great finish. What a setup. Terrific ball movement there.
Pass to Benton. Back to Sharp. 1:24 left in the third quarter. Here's Grant, covered by Boucher. 6 to shoot. Grant, the pass to Williams. 3-pointer Sharp. It's rebounded by Dick. Dick's got 6 rebounds in the game.
Going into halftime, he had 2 threes in his pocket, but hasn't added to that total since.
Portland with a rebound.
Boy, he cannot get anything to fall, but the teammates, boy, have they delivered.
Portland again missing.
Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a 3-point play here.
Defensive foul.
Thibault, he's checked in for Henderson. And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight.
He could not find the mark from the free throw line in their last game.
Line for your Raptors.
And the free throw, no good. Blazers trail by 4. Knocked away. Going all the way to the rack. Here's Dick. The shot off that time. Good D by Sharp. And Portland's shooting well here in the third, hitting 50% of their shots. Ooh, took him no time at all to get that one. Thibault's got 9 points.
Growing his passing game. Sharp knows being able to reliably create for others will really round out his skill set.
Outside Dick. 3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Dick gets the bucket.
Building confidence in that deep ball. 1 from distance in the first, 2 in the second.
Second team foul.
And so Grant will bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers. Trailing by 4. Here's Benton. Blocked! And it's going to be out of bounds. Portland will have another go. Pass to Grant. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. It's his first trip to the line.
Third team foul. At the line for the
That one misses.
Jeremy Grant taking 2 shots.
And the second free throw is good. Just 4 seconds left in the third quarter. Puts up a deep three. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And at the close of the third quarter, still a close game. Both teams putting up points in a hurry. Toronto out in front, up by 3. And we're just moments away from the start of quarter number 4. Stay with us. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
You talk about painting a magnificent picture with that, Don. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
With
3 tense quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the fourth. They've got Bruno Fernando, Brady Dick out there with Emmanuel Quickly. Then it's R.J. Barrett, and it's Abaji in at the power forward position. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. Here's Thibault. Abaji with a rebound. Abaji's got 8 rebounds in the game. Pass to Fernando. Quickly from outside. He drops it from range. Quickly's got 20 points.
Absolutely no hesitation from Quickly on the range shot right there. What confidence.
Avdia passes to Benton. Takes the assist and lays it in. Nice setup.
That's the idea. You work the ball into that area. It's a sweet spot.
To the middle. Here's Fernando. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
That pass was about the location. Puts it perfectly into the hands of his teammate.
1 minute in now in the fourth quarter. Here's Avdia. It falls, and now he's 10 of 15 shooting. Nice work.
Avdia has added some strength to the frame, and he puts it to work right there.
Pass to Dick. Fires the 3. Benton pulls it in.
I'll tell you, even though he's not playing his best basketball, the team has played well and picked it up. I love it.
And that one's good. Sharp.
And that was the right decision. When you're in need of a bucket, you go to your most trusted guys.
Well, you've got to earn trust and equity by making shots. Nice delivery there.
Here's Dick. Portland with a rebound. Sharp's got 6 rebounds in the game. To tie it up. Tipped. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Barrett. And some changes here for the Raptors. Jakob Poeltl, he's checked in for Fernando. And it's Robinson in for Dick. Simons is checked in for Portland. Robinson with a steal. And they're on the run for the finish. Oh, a huge slam. An exclamation point on that break.
Now, R.J. Barrett wants to get in transition and get a basket before the defense can settle in.
Blazers trail by 4. Simons outside. With the 10-footer. The shot's good.
They have no answer defensively inside.
The Raptors have gone 3 of 5 since this fourth quarter started. Quickly with the ball. Now guarded by Simons. And that one's off. His first miss of the game. Shooting 7 for 8 now. To take the lead. Rebound Toronto. Barrett's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Quickly. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it. It's good. Quickly's got 12 points in just the second half. For Portland, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field in the fourth quarter. Pass to Aiden. Simons outside. Over Barrett. Another miss by Simons. Raptors lead by 4. Barrett finds Quickly. From downtown. Here's Poeltl. No good on the shot. Ooh, excellent D there from Aiden. And that's a foul. Called on Jakob Poeltl. That's foul number 2 for him. Portland making a switch here. Henderson's checked in.
Blazers substitution. Henderson.
Pass to Aiden. Back to Henderson. To the inside. Oh, rejected by Pirtle. Quickly with the ball. Now guarded by Simons. Quickly passes to Robinson. And a bit of a battle for the ball. And the officials signal a jump ball here. So it's Portland now. And so Henderson will bring it up for the Trailblazers. 4-point game. Pass to Sharp. Pirtle grabs a miss. Toronto has gone 1 for 3 in the fourth quarter from range. Left side Robinson. Here's Abaji. Sinks it again. That's his 7th made field goal in 11 tries.
In crunch time, trying to get the foul, the bucket, or both.
Portland calls timeout.
And something fans don't always get to see. Some of the closely guarded secrets that happen in that huddle.
It's tough to hide your communications. Teams go to great lengths to try to do it, but sometimes to no avail.
Keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, well, I was able to listen on the Trailblazers head coach talking to his team. Coach was seething about the turnovers. He said, I love everything we're doing but the turnovers. They're killing us. Let's clean up that before it sinks us.
Allie, thank you.
Well, the up fake by DeAndre Ayton gets the defender committed. That is nicely done.
That's good from Ayton. Ayton hits them both. And so here is Toronto. They lead by 4. Quickly against Henderson. Pass to Barrett. Outside Robinson. Shot clock at 6. Over to the left wing. The Raptors need to get off a shot. Lets it fly. And there's Barrett on the assist from Robinson. Robinson's got assist number 8 here already in the game. Quickly against Henderson. Ayton. Oh, he hits that one. 8 for 11 and remaining a thorn in the D side.
Guys, I like how assertive DeAndre Ayton is looking right now. This is allowing him to stay hot out there.
Down low. Oh, and the jam by Ayton.
The assist.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on. Barrett against Henderson. The 3 from Quickly. Portland with a rebound.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
To tie it up. They get it again.
Great job on the glass. Body's down low, needing to fight for position. That's perfect.
Pass to Henderson. Wide open look. And right on target. That one's good. It's all knotted up.
He's so quick to react. Henderson has the shot lined up before the ball even gets to him.
Quickly deciding where to go with it. Abaji can't hit.
He made a 3 back in the first half, but that's it. We'll see if he can find his stroke. Yeah, he's just explosive. I mean, Scoot gets off the ground in a hurry and puts some emphasis on it, too.
Henderson against Quickly. Sends it home from 3-point land. Quickly's got 8 points in the quarter.
Another triple for him. 3 in the second half, 4 total. Keep shooting it.
Pass to Sharp. And here's Simons. Tries to break his ice. Pirtle grabs a miss. The Raptors with a lead. Here's Abaji. It's Barrett on the wing. Outside Robinson. Lets it fly. To the wing on the left. Abaji. Here's Pirtle. Oh, persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot. And the Raptors lead by 3. For Portland, they've gotten 8 of 16 attempted shots to go here in the fourth. Here's Henderson. Here's Ayton. Tries yet again. Oh, rejected by Pirtle. Out of bounds. It'll be Portland's ball. Jeremy Grant, he's checked in for Portland. Timeout called, the Raptors.
It'll be a Raptors timeout. If you want a free shirt, you need to be a super fan. And that means bringing all the noise you've got right now.
And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, R.J. Barrett.
This has been one of the most dominant performances I've ever seen. What's incredible is he has no off switch, just a tremendous motor, and he's making an impact on every single possession. And look at him. You think it's just another game. He is totally in control of his emotions.
Blazers trail by 3. Here's Henderson. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Henderson's got 6 in the quarter.
And athleticism on display there by Henderson. Just an acrobatic move to finish the play.
Kept alive. Pass to Abaji. Quickly with the ball. Lets it go from deep. Oh, they find the hot hand. You can count it. He's 10 for 14 now.
I'll tell you, this guy is proving to be a problem for the defense. In this quarter, he has been special.
And the foul called on Emmanuel quickly. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul. Third team foul.
Ayton finds Avdia. Now Henderson. Pass to Ayton.
Well, Pirtle keeping his arms up, doing everything he can to affect the shooter.
And they keep on figuring out ways to force the rock inside and convert.
Here's Barrett. Yep, that one goes. Barrett's got 30 points.
Undaunted by the moment, R.J. Barrett with the delivery.
Henderson scanning the floor. He blocks it again.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Protecting the rim well. Love the hustle. And they're not happy with the call here. Coach has given the signal. He's going to use his challenge. Probably a good idea in such a close contest.
And even with the coach's challenge in place, we've seen so many of these personal foul calls still disputed even after the video review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look, so the officials can be sure they get it right. So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
Barrett finds quickly. Let's go with a 3. Tries again. And the bucket is good from Barrett in deep. And now it's a 6-point Raptor lead.
Their rebounding has really sparked this run.
Here's Simons. Here's Ayton. Count it, and the foul. It's going to go on R.J. Barrett.
DeAndre Ayton unafraid in the big moment. Nice delivery.
Shooting for Portland. DeAndre Ayton. One shot.
That's good from Ayton.
You must embrace the pressure and knock down critical free throws. Nicely done.
Timeout called, the Raptors. Toronto leading by 3. Now quickly. The shot, no good. Nice D from Henderson. Here's Grant. Here's Simons. Pirtle grabs a miss. Pirtle's got rebound number 17, if you can believe that. Barrett against Henderson. the Raptors miss again. And it's Simons with the ball for the Trailblazers. Pass to Avdia. Back to Simons. To tie it up. Drops in the three. Simons has got 5 points in the quarter.
Such a clutch shooter. This guy lives for these kinds of moments and delivers.
Yes! And the foul! That's on Scoot Henderson.
Quickly, just a calm demeanor in the biggest of moments. That is beautiful basketball.
Nikola Vucevic is checked in for Toronto.
Those and-one plays can be real backbreakers in a close game.
Blazers trail by 3. 1:21 left in the final quarter. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
I always love the hard work on the glass. Just great activity.
Outside Robinson. Shoots over Simons. Nice jump shot from the top of the key. And the Raptors lead by 3. Portland has gone 1 for 3 in the fourth quarter from range. Grant, left side. Corner shot. It's hauled in by the Raptors. 55 seconds left in the fourth. Pass to Robinson. This one for 3. It falls. 5 for 11 in the game.
They're really employing a deep-range initiative here in the fourth, and it's working.
It feels like they have worked their perimeter game to perfection, swinging the ball, cashing in from the outside. What a performance.
Now a timeout called by Portland. They're losing by 6. There's 45 seconds left in the fourth quarter. There's 45 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
When you're not in rhythm with the 3-ball, why do you keep firing from there?
Abaji, pass to Robinson. And Ayton pulls it down.
And looking for a quick bucket here.
You've got to run a play that's a quick strike. You've got to immediately foul after that.
And you know, he knew the hit was coming. And Simons sacrificing his body anyway.
First free throw is good. And that brings him within 5.
Anthony Simons.
And so Simons nails both of them. And it's Toronto's ball. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks.
And they just continue to attack, even late in the game, while they're up big.
And as a result, they may be facing just a little bit less resistance right now. They are having their way.
Portland calls timeout. They're losing by 6. 23 seconds left in the game. All right, guys, what's your take?
They need to answer fast.
Well, preferably a 3, right? If there's a clean look, take it.
Here's Simons over Robinson. And a miss there off the inbound.
I don't know if he's tired or what, but he is definitely holding back a little bit, and he has to step his game up right now.
Second personal foul. Second team foul. At the line.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so he drops them both, and it's an 8-point ball game. Now Portland with it.
I hate to say it, but I'm pretty sure we can close the book on this one.
Well, it's been a hard-fought battle through much of the night. They just missed out on a couple of opportunities they'd love to do over.
Here's Barrett. And he banks in the layup.
Showing us that killer instinct right now. No letting the foot off the gas for them.
And you want to save your best for last. Tonight, they've done that and then some.
So it's the Raptors winning this one easily. Even early on in this game, they appeared happy to be playing at home.
And it makes a huge difference. Once they started to get into a groove, you never really felt like they wouldn't come out on top.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Allie LaForce, Doris Burke, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson alongside our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for watching. We'll see you next time.